So many shows to watch, so many shows to review, so many shows are coming out. That's how I usually am at the start of every season. Hello everybody, my name is Kikaya, world-renowned anime critic and premium sets god. That's right, how you doing? Now today we're starting a new series called Anime Discussions. You know, that title is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll explain it anyway. We're going to be discussing about current topics in anime. Now, I know what y'all are going to say. Y'all are going to say, oh, Kikaya, but at the end of the High Guardian Spice video, you said that you did not want to make any more videos about drama. So why are you making a whole series all about talking about drama, you hypocrite? First of all, I don't consider this drama. And second of all, I feel like it is important to have my opinion out there about, you know, some discussions that we're having about anime. I'm not going to make a video about the recent Crunchyroll news, because to be honest, I don't think a lot of people care about the recent Crunchyroll news. And I'm not going to make a video talking about, oh, this anime YouTuber said something about this anime YouTuber's girlfriend. I'm not going to do that, because I feel like that's just meaningless, pointless discussion. I feel like the discussion we're going to be talking about today is important. And I feel like the discussions that we're going to have after this, in this new series, are also going to be important. Now, today the topic we're going to be talking about is the amount of anime that get released every season. Because I feel like every anime fan has had that thought, where they look at the new season, and they look at all the shows coming out, and they're like, fuck, that's a lot of shows. And I get it, because without that mindset, my series, reviewing seasonal anime, wouldn't exist. Gigux series wouldn't exist. You know, all these series of people reviewing seasonal anime just wouldn't exist. Because if there weren't a ton of anime to go through, people wouldn't have that thought of, okay, I'm not sure what to watch, because there are so many shows releasing. Let's talk about the situation that inspired me to make this video. And to do that, we're going to have to go over to the computer, because yes sir, we're going to be talking about some articles. Yahoo! Do y'all remember this? Kadokawa aims for 40 new anime productions a year going forward. This was pretty big in the summer, but obviously, from a business mindset, this is probably a good idea. Because, as you see, net sales overall were up by 2.6%, saw an operation profit increase of 114.6%. Basically, anime is growing, and anime is growing as a medium in the West, so they want to make even more anime to make more money. Basically, that's the idea here. From a business mindset, this is a decent idea, you know, more anime equals more money. The problem is, let me explain to you why this is a problem. First of all, I need to probably explain what Kadokawa actually does, because I feel like not a lot of people know what Kadokawa and other anime producers actually do. So when it comes to making an anime, of course you have the anime studios, right? You have your MAPPAs, your Kyoto Animations, your Madhouse, your PA Works, your WIT Studios, you know, those are the anime studios. And then of course, those studios have people working under them, such as the directors, the animators, the sound people, you know. There are also higher ups for the anime studios. And those are the anime producers, your Kadokawas and your Aniplexes, you know, etc. Those guys are the higher ups. So what anime producers like Kadokawa do is they are the ones that find a source material, and they're the ones that say, that is going to be made in anime. And then they select the studio that is going to make that anime. They're the ones that decide the release date, how much time you need to work on it, you know, etc. Stuff like that. Now, I'm pretty sure in the article, it said that Kadokawa wants to increase the number of anime they help produce from 33 titles in 2020 to over 40 titles per year. Now, if you know anything about the anime industry, if you pay attention, you would know that one of the biggest issues about the anime industry at the moment is the fact that the workers, the people who actually make the show, are being overworked and underpaid. You can look at, there are a ton of stories from different anime studios. MAPPA is the most recent one, and this is an issue already. Now Kadokawa wants to add more shows, which is just going to add more work for these stressed out workers who are already overworked, they're already underpaid. And for the record, whenever an anime gets released, most of the profit goes to Kadokawa, Aniplex, the anime producers. You know, the anime studios get some of it, but not as much. And the workers definitely get the short end of the stick. They do not get a lot compared to Kadokawa and Aniplex and all that. They are the ones that get screwed over the most. Yet, with this new idea, all it does is benefit the profits of the anime producers while adding more work for the people who are actually making the shows. That is the problem. The optimist in me wants to believe that these anime are going to be filled with shows that deserve sequels, you know, your No Game No Life anime that deserve sequels. But more likely than not, that's not going to happen. The reason I believe that sequels are probably not going to be filled here is because Kadokawa is already getting to work with screwing over the anime workers. That's a weird way of putting it, Timmy. This season alone, there was The Detective is Already Dead. This was an award-winning light novel. Award-winning. They got made into an anime adaptation. Kadokawa is, of course, behind it. They have Engi, which is their anime studio. The first episode was amazing. I feel like a lot of people loved the first episode. Now, when you look up The Detective is Already Dead, you're gonna see a ton of people really upset about the anime adaptation. And this is not the only light novel that got screwed under this. The rom-com Where the Child Friend Never Loses, which was not an award-winning light novel, but you know, it didn't need to be as bad as it was. And you have the RPG anime, which also had a really good premiere, but slowly down the line, it wasn't as good as it was advertised of being. So why should I believe that Kadokawa is going to fill this up with sequels when they've shown so far this year that they are willing to take light novels that might not be ready for an anime adaptation and make a not good anime adaptation out of it? And by the way, The Detective is Already Dead, that whole thing, was the reason I was looking up Kadokawa's 40 anime plan to begin with, and is the reason I'm making this video. So you can thank The Detective is Already Dead for the reason you're getting this video. Here's some more tweets for you. Because says, in order to expand their ever-growing animation business, Kadokawa aims to produce 40 anime per year until 2023. They will also expand on anime-related games. So this is not just going to be a year thing. They are going to try this 40 anime per year thing until 2023. That is important to note, because this is going to be a thing for a while. So expect to see more The Detective is Already Dead anime adaptations out there. But Kikaya, why is this relevant to the topic? Why is this relevant to the amount of anime getting released per year? This is old news. We've known this already for a couple months now. So why is it relevant? We know this already. Well, it's relevant because Sony is deciding to do pretty much the exact same thing. Maybe not 40 anime, but they are expecting to grow their list. Today, this article was released. Sony has yet to win anime fans to its post-Crunchyroll strategy, but opportunities remain strong. First of all, let me say this. Sony, you're not going to win anime fans over easily, because a lot of anime fans are really bothered with the fact that you censor anime. As you can see, down here, someone already said it. Sony has a history of censoring anime games, and it's not like appropriate censors, you know. If it was like, oh, there's a dick in this scene, we gotta censor that, I would understand it. What Sony does is they see a character with like semi-revealing clothing, and they're like, whoop, we gotta cover that up. I'm not gonna read this article because honestly, it's not really relevant to the topic. However, there is one quote that is relevant to this. This is the quote I'm talking about. Thank you, Kanipa. If you want to read the article for yourself, I'll leave it in the description. I'll leave all the articles I talk about in the description. So we can assume this is Sony, and they're saying, consumers are hungry for more anime content, but industry supply is not keeping up. According to Parrot's data, in the May 2020 to April 2021 period, 4.7% of global viewer demand was for anime, while only 3.2% of shows offered fell in this category. The gap, he says, represents an expansion opportunity for more anime titles. More anime titles. So not only is Kadokawa making more anime titles, but Sony is now thinking of making more anime titles, which is not only stressing out the workers, it's stressing out the fans. We're getting stressed out from this. Kanipa says down here, show me the people who aren't satisfied with the current amount of anime. Show them to me. Who needs this many shows? And I agree. I'm usually like, oh, maybe there's a small amount of people who want it. But I am very confident in saying that nobody wants more anime. I understand that we're anime fans. And listen, I'm going to be an anime fan to the day I die. I truly believe that. On the day I die, I'm gonna have 10,000 shows watched, just due to how many seasonals I watch per year. However, even I don't want this many shows. I don't. And I love most of the seasonals that come out. And even I don't want more shows to come out because it's stressful. Not only that, balancing this YouTube thing while viewing shows that are ending while also preparing for the new season is a pain. It really is. It's very stressful. If you don't believe me that there are too many anime seasonals, these are the seasonal previews that are made by Snow for my anime list. These are great. Fantastic. I love them. They're also what I use in my seasonal anime reviews. This is where I get it from. I talk about shows in this order. So thank you very much, Snow. It is greatly appreciated what you do. They usually do a really good job putting all the shows that are coming out into a sequel into a nice order of when they're getting released. I'll link these in the description if you want to check it out. I counted all of these shows that are coming out for each season for just this season of 2021. I tried to not talk about shows that are glorified ecchi shows, that are basically hentais, that are for some odd reason tagged as ecchi. I tried to avoid those because they're not seasonal anime that I watch. I'm not openly going to watch a hentai. And I also am not going to talk about shows that are one episode. So for example, this show was one episode, and Alice in Deadly School is one episode. I also did not count those. So with all those changes, I counted that the summer 2021 anime season had 37 anime released. 37 anime is 444 episodes of anime. That also leads to 8,880 minutes of anime, which is 147 hours of anime. I rounded it up. It's actually 146.66, but I rounded it up. And that's a little over 6 days of anime in just that one season. And please keep in mind that the summer season actually had less anime than the 2 seasons previous. Both the spring season and the winter season this year had 46 anime released. That is 552 episodes of anime, 11,040 minutes of anime, and 7.7 days of anime. That is a week of anime in just one season. Look, I know I generalized a little bit by saying that 12 episodes, while that is the most common, it's not all anime. Just like how if you skip the anime and endings, you're going to get about 20 minutes. I know there are some short anime out there that have about 3 minutes, while they also have about less episodes at some points. Like some anime have 11 episodes, some anime have 10. But I also believe that there are as many short anime that get released this season as there are shows that also have 24 episodes, 20 episodes, or you get a ReZero situation where there are no anime and endings and they're about 30-minute episodes. I feel like that balances it out a little bit. However, even if you count the short anime and the long anime, you're still going to get a lot of anime. That's the point I'm making here. It's not only stressful for the anime workers, it's stressful for the anime fans. Now look, for lack of a better term, I'm a bum. I know I am. I'm a senior in high school that goes to online school where I have less classes than other kids do who go to regular school. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have kids, thankfully. My outside life is pretty much non-existent. I have like 1 or 2 friends. Basically what I'm trying to say is I have a lot more time than other people to watch anime. And even I find it stressful. I cannot even imagine how it is to be a seasonal anime fan with someone who has like a pretty basic level job or is going to college or has a family that he must take care of, a wife, couple kids. I cannot even imagine how you watch seasonal anime if that's the case, because there are so many anime that get released. I have no idea how you would do that. And to be honest, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't watch seasonal anime because of that. It takes too much time. A lot of people don't have that kind of time. So when you say you want to make more anime, not only is that putting stress on the anime workers, it's putting stress on the people who generally love anime but don't have the time to watch every popular show that's out. It's not possible. That's why you see people go to Giguk's channel when he talks about seasonal anime and says, oh, I'm going to watch these. And I know I'm a smaller YouTuber, but I like to believe that I do that seasonal anime series for the people who don't have the same amount of time as I do. I talk about every show that's releasing, and I'm mostly watching all of them, but I trust that people aren't going to watch the shows just because I'm watching them. I'm confident that people can make their own opinions by the descriptions of the shows that I give. I don't want people to watch a show just because I'm watching it, because in reality, again, you're not going to have enough time because I'm watching basically every show that comes out. I think there's way too much anime getting released, and I think we should instead focus on maybe like 10, 15, or even 20 anime instead of 40 a season, because that's usually what you're going to get. You're going to get 40 a season, and you're going to get even more. Agree with this idea of quantity over quality. I would want there to be 20 good shows compared to 40 shows that are average. A lot of people's issues with this thing is that there's going to be a lot more shows that people consider mid on there. I don't like using that term because I think it's overused, but mid is probably the best way I can describe that. Me personally, I will watch a lot of the shows y'all consider are mid. The anime industry could be filled with shows that people consider mid, and you will still see me watching and making positive reviews of all of them. I love anime. There's a reason I made an entire channel based around it. I love it. Please don't make 40 shows. Not only for the workers that are making the shows, but also for the people who are actually watching the shows. I feel like this is going to backfire horribly, and you're going to see a lot more people leave anime because there's just too much of it out there. It's going to get overexposed. Overexposure to a certain medium is a thing, and I just don't think it's going to end well. This might work in the short term. You know, in a couple of years, we're going to see if this all works out. Hey, maybe it does. And maybe anime grows a fuck ton these next few years. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with the fact that you're releasing more shows. I think it's going to have more to do with the fact that anime is just becoming more mainstream of a thing. Thank you guys for checking out this episode of Anime Discussions. The format might change. You might see me talking into a camera. You might see me talking with anime clips in the background. It really just depends on what format I believe works best with the topic that I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much for checking out this first episode of Anime Discussions. I hope this is a good series. I hope you guys enjoyed. And that's it.